So I'm about to go to the gym for a Friday morning workout. Probably one of my favorites. Um, yeah. So yesterday, you know what I'm saying, we had an impromptu visit. We had some rip and run to do. We happened to end up by Men's Warehouse, and Brittany was like, "Hey, let's stop here and see if you see something you like. Let's try some new shirts on. Just I go in the store just to try clothes on. I don't know if I'm buying nothing because I'm cheap. Uh, I'm not cheap. It's like I like what I like, and so not being used to being able to even shop in a regular store, and my mind space don't be wrapped around that I actually can wear regular size clothes now, or what I consider regular size anyway. It's not having to be in DXL or saying some catalog or something for for a big and tall man. Even though I'm not tall, just big. Anyway, don't want to get into that. But so we go in Men's Warehouse, and I tried on a few different things, and to my surprise, I was able to fit a lot of different things, which I shouldn't have been surprised because we went to Saks a couple of like last month. Then I got me a couple of shirts from Saks. So I guess I should have known that I would maybe able to find something in there. I guess what I'm saying, but it still be kind of what I'm saying. Uh, it still be kind of. I guess it's still just I'm just not used to it. I guess. And so, but I found me a couple of things. What I'm saying, it was nice. But still, I didn't want to buy anything. So, um, um, Brittany had so I picked up this blazer because I was on me a nice blazer. So I picked up this blazer. It was pretty nice. The guy was trying on his blazers and showing me the cuts and all that stuff. I guess the guy didn't know I bought a suit before. But anyway, um, he was like, so something. But I found my own blazer, of course. You know what I'm saying? Um, and it fit was real nice, and it was on sale for like, it was on sale, uh, far cheaper than regular price. You know what I'm saying? Fit in my budget. I was like, oh, yeah, it works. But I didn't want to buy it. Of course, I tried it on. Wife took a couple pictures, and she's like, you should probably get it. And I'm thinking about these other things I got going on. So like, nah, I don't want to buy it because that's what I always do. And so, long story short, we ended up getting it, and I'm so glad that I did. That looks real nice. And I will. Um, I got a couple pictures of it on trying on the store. I didn't take any pictures, obviously. She took the pictures. I wasn't part of the picture taking process. That I wasn't willingly party in that process. I didn't know she was taking pictures, but I'm very happy that I got it. I'm glad she talked me into getting it. And I tried on a couple of shirts, and I felt real good. I'll tell you, I had bought a suit from Men's Warehouse probably, Jesus, 15, no, it had to be 20 years ago. Um, yeah, it was about 20 years ago. I had to have it custom made. It cost me roughly about $1,200. Um, and this is 20 years ago. And I hadn't been back in Men's Warehouse since then. And um, so um, when I this time I went to cash out, you know what I'm saying? I hadn't even thought about it. And this time I went to cash out, there was like, they get my phone number, they put my information up. I was like, oh yeah, we have all, everything here, the name and everything. I had a flashback. I was like, man, I ain't been in here since, I bought the one suit that I bought. And the reason why I had never bought another suit was just simply because it was to buy a suit for my size, it would have had to been custom made. And it's too expensive. And you could go DXL, probably get a suit for about, what I'm saying, $700-800. But after alterations and everything, they didn't know if it didn't make sense to me. And I ain't never wear a suit nowhere. I'm not going to church on a regular on really any basis. And I don't work in a job where I have to wear a suit and tie, etc. And just being uh, in a situation where you're not as confident as you should be, even though you don't have a sense of low self-esteem or anything to that effect, because you are confident. There's certain levels of confidence and everything that somebody has, whereas, I can walk in a room and know my place, size everybody up, etc. There's still when you're a certain size and everything, there's still a certain feeling you get, because regardless of how good you smell, regardless of how good you look, regardless of how clear you speak, everything, that there's a sense of judgment in this room because of your size. And people are always gonna feel a certain way about you. And I think I was fat my whole life. I am fat. I've been fat my whole life. There's no was to it. And I learned early, I can have on Jordans, I can have on, I used to have on a lot of jewelry, you draped up, etc. And people still judge you, they they might be more apt to be like, he's cool, he's this and the other. But for the simple fact that you don't look, you're not thin or you're not muscular or whatever, you look good, teeth white, you're handsome, you carry yourself with confidence, you're not really concerned, you feel like you can get in with anybody, you feel like you can talk to any girl in the room, all that type of stuff. All that stuff may be a reality for you on the inside, but in actuality, the real reality is those people around you are thinking, man, this fat dude, he's fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, fat people are still the fat people are people that's still the last special interest group that will never get no love, because half the time we'll make fun of ourselves before you can make fun of us. And most don't, you condition, because as a kid, even your mama or your family members or whoever, people closest to you, talk crazy to you and talk about you. So you don't really, in so many situations, fat people don't get the same type of treatment that, say, somebody handicapped, or nowadays somebody LGBTQ community, or somebody from whatever segment of life, whatever special interest you want. We've never gotten that, because even the closest people will disrespect you, and it may not be in a form of saying meaning to bring pain, but anytime that you have a child who is overweight, man, they go into the world, they already got to deal with so much other stuff. Then you have to face that same stuff from your closest people. It makes you feel a certain way. And so you kind of, you build a tough skin early, and you find ways to get around those, traverse that terrain. It's just one of those things. And but I think as an adult, those are things that a lot of fat people, don't understand, that, just because you're fat don't mean that you're a loser or whatever. And I think that it's hard for them to measure it out. But anyway, I don't know how I even got to that conversation. Long story short is, buying a blazer, I was able to buy a blazer off the rack at a discounted rate, and I felt so good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt so good. It really does make a difference when, you having the surgery is one thing, you know what I'm saying? But when you put in the work, and I mean, you put in the work, you know what I'm saying? Not just the work in the gym, but the work at the table where you can't eat nothing, where you got to change what you eat, how you eat, when you eat. You got to push your body through so many changes. You got to put your mind through more than anything. That your mind has to change more than anything, and you start seeing the benefits. You know, losing weight is one thing. I think feeling good while you lose weight, for me anyway, is the most important part of it. You know, thank God I haven't, you know what I'm saying, broken a leg or, you know, had a serious muscle injury or whatever. If I had, I probably wouldn't pay no attention no way, because I got to keep on going, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you break something, you know, you got to, you know what I'm saying, slow down then. But it's just one of those things. It's like, you know, long story short, I know I just go on, kind of start rambling, lost my words. But if you stayed around this long, you watch this long, you're a champ. I love you for that. But long story short, it's just having the surgery, putting the work in, and seeing the benefits, seeing the outcomes of the work that you put in, are like one of the most, probably the strongest, most self-satisfying feelings I could ever have. One of the biggest reasons why I never lost weight or was never successful over a prolonged period of time, permanently losing weight every other way, is because I never saw the benefits. You work out, you diet, you do all type of stuff, and that scale wasn't moving, man. You know what I'm saying? And then that one time comes up where, you know, it's a pizza party or somebody's birthday party or some shit like that, and you just be like, okay, I'm gonna eat, you know, I'm gonna, you know, eat because it's here or whatever. Then you do that, and then it's like downhill from there immediately. You know, you already fell off. And so that is that's real, you know. And eventually you just quit, and you just realize life is what it is, and you say, well, I'm gonna, you know, continue just to live my life like this, and I'm okay with myself, and a lot of different things. And some people are, you know what I'm saying? Some people are cool with themselves like that. I never was. I knew I was better. I didn't know how to be better, but I knew I was better. And I think that's the biggest thing. And seeing the weight come off, seeing how, honestly, you just do what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? If you just follow all the directions that people have been telling you all these years, oh, if you just eat less, oh, if you run more, oh, if you work out more, oh, you'll be surprised how much weight you'll lose. Yeah, motherfucker, you will be. You know what I'm saying? For somebody who can just, you know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't raised to run around the block. You know what I'm saying? You grew up in neighborhoods you grew up in, you can't walk nowhere. Ain't nowhere to walk. Ain't no, you know, your mom and them ain't walking, you know. It's not a family thing. It's not something y'all gonna do all the time. It's not you know, we eat, you know, you grew up, you eating homemade food. You're not eating fast food or salads and stuff like that. You're eating until you clear your plate. You almost got to clear your plate because the food's so damn good. You know, your mama cooks with real ingredients. You know what I'm saying? She taught you, you know, how to have pride in your food and how to eat the best stuff and not the worst of stuff. You know, that's all a training program. And they love you to death, don't want you to be fat, but unfortunately they don't know how to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? And so you end up being fat. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things. It's so many skins on that onion, you know. But I bought a blazer. I feel great about it, and I can't wait to show it off when I wear it. You know what I'm saying? I got to buy me a nice shirt. I found a nice paisley print textured shirt. I'll probably put under it. Some nice jeans. So yeah, that's that. Catch y'all later. I'm at this gym. I'll put my vest on and I'll go in here and kill it. Y'all have a great day. Peace.